Hello, it's Joe Lenton here from Original Art Photography. Just want to share with you today a quick Photoshop tip. I've been using various plugins and things occasionally as I got to know Photoshop, and then eventually you tend to end up doing most of it much more sort of manually, doing it yourself rather than using plugins as you get more used to using Photoshop. And one of the things that in the past I'd found in some plugins was an option to change the contrast or the sharpening selectively, and whether it was dealing with large details or small details within an image. And we all probably know that within Photoshop you can do an unsharp mask, or you can do high pass filter, which is one of the most common ways people use to sharpen. And that's normally done at a very sort of small number, and then you put it on to soft light mode, and then you might dial the opacity down a little bit. That's often how people will do a bit of sharpening on Photoshop. And what I discovered with a little bit of practice and playing around is that if you want to sharpen in different ways, sharpen on different levels, different aspects of your image, if you do several of these high pass layers at different amounts, you can get a very interesting, very controlled sort of effect. Oh, Sharon's dropping in to say hello again. And so all you need to do is create more than one stamped layer that you're going to use for your sharpening at the end. You're still going to do your small detail sharpening, your sort of 3 pixel sort of radius, that kind of thing. Sharon, your tail's in the way of the screen. So you're still going to do that, which is the main thing most people tend to do for sharpening, which is around about that, as I say, that sort of 3 pixel radius-ish with a soft light blend mode. But if you now make another 1 or 2 of those, have a bit of a play around. I would suggest put the blend mode for the layer onto soft light before you actually bring up the high pass layer. Okay, so create a stamp all layer, change the blend mode to soft light, and then you will be able to see in real time as you're adjusting the slider for your high pass what the effect's going to be, pretty much anyway. And then if you try something really high that you would not normally ever even think of doing, so you can go for something like 60, 80, it will initially look pretty grim, but what you then do is dial it back, take the opacity down, and you'll see that it enables you to have some contrast and sharpening in different way to when you're doing the very localized small contrast sharpening, which you're doing with the smaller number. I've taken to doing sort of like a 3-layer version of this, so something, as I say, around about sort of 60 to 80-ish, something again around about 20 to 30-ish, and then the usual one, which would be the much, much smaller one. I'd suggest you give it a go, see what you think. You'll need to play with the opacity, as I say, because otherwise it will look pretty grim. You will just end up over-sharpening everything and getting halos everywhere. But do give it a go, because you can get some quite interesting effects of bringing out detail, and it's the sort of thing that sometimes people rely on plugins like the Topaz plugins or whatever to do, or actions that other people have created. And this is a nice way of being able to get real control over your work yourself. So give that a go. When you're sharpening, when you do your stamp ball layers, change the blend mode to soft light, go for a high pass filter, and then try those bigger numbers at a lower opacity and see how that impacts on the overall detail that you get in your image. I'd love to hear how you get on with that and what you think. So do post some examples and some comments down in the comments underneath this video. Thank you very much for watching, whether you've been watching live or have watched the replay. Really appreciate it, and so does Sharon, of course. Thank you. Bye.